My heart did a little flip, or maybe it was a big one. It felt like seeing a ghost from a movie, but this ghost was real, and he was standing right there in my favorite coffee shop. My breath caught in my throat for a second. So many memories came rushing back. All at once, like a wave. It was a lot to take in, really. I wasn't sure what to do or what to say. I just felt frozen. I was just trying to enjoy my Saturday, with a warm latte and a new book. This little coffee shop was my happy place, my little escape. Then the bell above the door jingled, and he walked in. The world seemed to slow down just for a moment, or maybe it was longer. He looked different, of course, a little older, but his eyes were still the same, so familiar. It was a strange, fuzzy feeling, like being in a dream I couldn't quite wake up from. I just stared. My mind started racing. Is that really him? I thought. What on earth is he doing here? Oh no, please don't let him see me. So many questions popped into my head like little bubbles. I felt a wild mix of things. Surprise, that was a big one. A tiny bit of panic, like when you misplace your keys, and something else too, something harder to name. Maybe it was curiosity or a faint echo of old hurt. It was a confusing cocktail of emotions all swirled together. I tried to look casual, as if I hadn't noticed, but then our eyes met. Oh boy, there was no escaping it now. He saw me. A small smile touched his lips, or was it a smirk? I couldn't quite tell from across the room. My hands started to feel a bit clammy. I wished I could just disappear. Poof! Vanish into thin air like a magician. But no, I was stuck, rooted right to my comfy chair. This was really happening. My ex-boyfriend Liam was back. Or at least he was here. We used to laugh all the time, so much. We had our own silly inside jokes, the kind no one else would understand. We went on little adventures together. Even a trip to the grocery store felt exciting then, like finding a new flavor of ice cream or watching old movies late into the night, wrapped in a cozy blanket. He knew exactly how to make me smile. He really, truly did. Those were sweet, sweet memories, like your favorite, slightly worn-out childhood teddy bear. You just can't help but feel warm inside. We met in high school. Such a classic story, right? He was the charming, popular boy. I was the quiet girl who loved books. Opposites attract, or so they say. We spent hours and hours talking on the phone about everything and absolutely nothing at all. He used to write me little notes, silly doodles and sweet words. I kept them all safe in a pastel pink shoebox. For a while it felt like we would be together forever. We thought we knew everything there was to know about love. We were so young, so hopeful, but then things started to change. People change. It's just what happens, I guess. We started to want different things from life. The easy laughter faded a little bit. The long late-night talks became shorter and less frequent. Small arguments started to pop up more often, like little weeds in a garden. It wasn't one big dramatic thing that ended us. It was a lot of little things, adding up slowly, like a tiny crack in a teacup that grows over time. Eventually, it just couldn't hold anything anymore. It was sad. Really, truly sad. The breakup hurt a lot, more than I thought it would. It felt like a piece of me was suddenly missing. I cried for weeks, it seemed. I listened to all the saddest songs on repeat. My best friend Chloe brought me ice cream and tissues, but eventually, very slowly, I started to heal. Little by little, I learned how to be okay on my own again. I built a new life for myself, a life that didn't include him. It took a long time, but I did it. I really thought I had closed that chapter of my life for good. He walked over to my table. My heart did another little jump. "Hi, Maya," he said, just like that, so calm, so casual, as if no time had passed at all, as if my heart wasn't pounding like a drum solo. I managed a small "Hi, Liam" back. My voice sounded strange to my own ears, a little bit shaky, a little bit breathless. I hoped he didn't notice, but he probably did. He always used to notice the small things. It was one of his best and sometimes most annoying qualities. I felt a warm blush creep up my neck. So embarrassing. I wished I could hide under the table. I tried to act cool and collected, like this was totally normal, but inside, I was a jumble of tangled nerves. What did he want? Why was he here now, after all this time? My mind was running a marathon of questions. I clutched my coffee cup a little tighter, as if it were a lifeline. It was warm in my hands, a small comforting thing in a very weird moment. I tried to remember to breathe in and out. We talked for a few minutes about simple, everyday things, what we were up to now. He was working in the city, he said. I told him about my job at the library. We talked about some old friends we both knew. It was polite, a little bit awkward maybe, but not terrible, not as bad as I might have imagined. He asked if I was happy. That was a big question, a heavy question. I told him I was. And it was true, mostly. He seemed pleased to hear it. Or maybe he was just being nice. It was hard to tell. All through our short chat, I kept thinking about the past, about us, and about how much had changed since then. He seemed different, more mature, perhaps. Or maybe I was just seeing him through different eyes. My eyes, older eyes, wiser eyes, I hoped. I wondered if he ever thought about me sometimes, like I sometimes, very occasionally, thought about him. It was a strange little dance, a dance of small talk and big, unspoken things hanging in the air between us like invisible decorations. That old relationship with Liam taught me so much, about love of course, but also about myself. It helped me figure out what I really wanted in a partner, and what I definitely didn't want. It taught me about heartbreak too, and it showed me how strong I could actually be. It showed me that endings aren't always bad things. Sometimes they are just new beginnings, dressed up in a disguise. It took me a long, long time to see that, but eventually I did, and it made all the difference. Seeing him again so unexpectedly was like a pop quiz, a test I hadn't studied for at all. But I think I passed. It showed me something important. It showed me that I had truly moved on, really and truly. The old hurt wasn't sharp anymore. It was more like a dull ache you barely notice. The old feelings were more like echoes, faint and far away. It was a strange kind of closure, the kind I didn't even know I needed. It felt surprisingly good, like finally closing the cover of a very long book. I wasn't angry with him anymore, or sad about what we lost, just calm. It was a peaceful, quiet feeling. He was a part of my past, a very important part for a while, but he wasn't my future, and that was okay, more than okay actually. It was good. I felt a sense of release, like letting go of a balloon string, watching it float up, up, up into the bright blue sky. Free. I wished him well. Truly I did in my heart. My future feels bright now, full of so many possibilities. This unexpected meeting with Liam reminded me of how far I've come, all by myself. I'm excited for what's next, for new adventures, for new people to meet, and maybe someday for new love, when it's ready for me and when I'm ready for it. I'm looking forward now, not back, and that's a really, really good place to be. My heart felt lighter than it had in a long time, like a feather dancing on the breeze.